Hi, I'm Kevin Corcoran, broker-owner of RE/MAX of Gulf Shores. Today we provided this video to you to help explain the Real Estate Broker Services Disclosure Form. This is not intended to replace a candid conversation you have with the agent that sent you this form, but hopefully it'll give you a basic understanding of the policy. So let's get started. Today we're going to present to you the Real Estate Brokerage Services Disclosure Form, the form we call RECAD. That means that Alabama law requires you, the consumer, to be informed about the types of services which real estate licensees may perform. The purpose of this disclosure is to give you a summary of these services. There are 4 options available. Let's go over each of those 4. The first is a single agent, probably the relationship you're most familiar with, where we represent one party in a sale. That single agent represents his or her client, but must completely be loyal and faithful to the client at all times during the transaction. A sub-agent is when you help out another agent on behalf of a client. While legal in Alabama is not something we practice because we believe in RE/MAX of Gulf Shores working directly with the consumer. A limited consensual dual agent might be a foreign concept to you, but it's where the licensee represents both the buyer and the seller. This happens a lot in our company because RE/MAX of Gulf Shores has great listings, and you as a buyer may end up liking one of those the best. This may only be done with written informed consent of all parties. Both buyer and seller are going to sign on and agree to this relationship. We may still be loyal and faithful to the clients, except when those duties owed to the clients conflict with one another, and then we have to remain neutral on the subject. A transaction broker is when you assist one party in a sale. Transaction broker is not an agent and does not have the same obligations as an agent. This might happen if you already have identified the property you want and what you want to pay before ever engaging an agent. We still help you out with the whole process. We're just not a full-fledged agency relationship. Alabama law imposes the following obligations on all real estate licensees, no matter what the relationship. First is to provide services honestly and of course in good faith, to exercise reasonable care and skill. Third is to keep confidential any information gained in confidence unless disclosure is required by law. And we must present all written offers promptly to the seller and of course answer your questions to the best of our ability completely and accurately. If you are working with an agent who's not your agent, they still have certain obligations. First is to provide information about the properties, show you properties, and assist in making a written offer, and provide information on financing. You should choose what type of service you want from a licensee and sign a brokerage service agreement. If you don't sign an agreement, we by default become a transaction broker and can't offer you our full level of service. The licensee broker is required by law to have a file on office policy describing the company's brokerage service. The Alabama Real Estate Commission requires the real estate licensee to sign, date, and provide you a copy of this form. While your signature is not required by law or rule, it would be greatly appreciated. We need to prove to the Real Estate Commission that we shared this disclosure with you. And of course, at the bottom are places for the licensee and anybody entering into the agency relationship signs at the bottom. We have to complete this form by law before we have any confidential discussion with you. But we hope it gives you a basic understanding of real estate disclosure. Don't sign anything until you're fully happy and understanding the process. Thanks for watching and call us with any questions. We hope to be working as your agent real soon.